Hey guys, so I am continuing with my stream that I'm doing with covering the altcoins and giving some of my perspectives. So for those of you guys that are new to my stream, I did a review on the top 100 altcoins back 5 months ago. And you can see my video. Let me see if I can pull this up. I've got it in the description below. I guess I don't have it here, but anyways, I did a review 5 months ago, and these were my picks. And so I'm going to go over these a little bit. Let me see if I can get that to focus. So what I've done is I've put my picks for this round and kind of where I'm seeing the market right now, and these coins that were the ones that I had before. So I'm putting some of these in, kind of documenting how these are progressing and how some of these have done. The only one in this list that I picked that actually kind of entered the top 20 was Binance, the Binance coin. A few of them have dropped down a little bit. For the most part, most of them kind of stayed where they're at. And so these are my picks right here. And right next to it, I have the volume in the thousands, and if they're in yellow, they pretty much have stayed, where they were at, and green, they were new to the list. Red, they've dropped down from the top 20. So it's in the description below, and I'm gonna be kind of going over some of these coins, like why I like some of these coins, and why I'm kind of seeing them kind of like where, or picking them like where I have them. But just taking a quick look at the market. Today it's down a little bit. We were seeing this at about 275, 274 yesterday. So there's been a little bit of retraction. So you're seeing, a little bit of red in the market. Ethereum Classic up 2%. What is this? Tezos is way down, 27% today. ByteCoin, which I'm going to go over a little bit here. Augur's up. So, but all in all, a fairly kind of uneventful day, at least in the top 100 altcoins. Ethos is way down. So, so I wanted to kind of go through some of these coins and kind of why I'm picking them. Where I have them, and starting like my picks last time. So I had my top 5 were Steem, Digix DAO, Status, Icon, and Nano. So Digix DAO and Status have come down a little bit. I still like Digix DAO. I want to see a little bit more from Status, so I have them a little bit lower. I covered that a little bit yesterday. But Steem, Nano, Icon, I'm still liking Steem. I'm liking kind of where things are going with Steem. I may get a little bit more involved with Steem here in the future. Right now, I'm a little bit on the sidelines. I don't really have a whole lot of Steem that I'm holding right now. Qtum is the one that's doing the most volume. So you can see here, I mean, that's basically 127 million in the last 24 hours. So of these coins that we're looking at today, it's by far doing the most volume. And the volume that we're seeing with Qtum is they're seeing quite a bit of that in Asia. And so that's I think this has been a good one. I've actually made quite a bit of money, just kind of swing trading Qtum. So I like that coin. BitShares is one I've always really kind of liked. It's one that I think that I could see really kind of taking off in the market. Ontology is a new one. I was kind of looking into that a little bit. So this is Ontology, and it just came onto the market. Looks like March 8th or so, and it's kind of had a steady rise here. The markets, OKEX, Binance, Huobi, up bit. So in quite a few of the major exchanges, but this is their website. I kind of like the look of their website. They have this kind of like node system that they're doing, which I was kind of looking into. They're branding it like triones, and they have like different entities or foundations that are holding, a substantial amount of these coins. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So I was looking in this a little bit. You can see there's several kind of crypto-friendly companies that are involved with this project. And it is a new one. There's quite a bit of trading here. 23 million, in last 24 hours on OKEX. If you include the 7 million down here with Ethereum, that's 30 million. That's pretty sizable. So we are seeing a little bit of distribution. So I'm liking this one. It's a new one. And 0x is kind of the other one that I was kind of wanting to learn a little bit more about. This is 0x right here. I guess it's, the way I'm understanding it's kind of like a developer platform, or kind of a one that's catering to some of the different developments that we're seeing in the cryptocurrency space and the decentralized exchange space. If we look on DApp Radar, let me bring this up a little bit. It has a presence on DApp Radar. Let's see here, if we go explore all dApps. You can see the 0x protocol here in the top 5 other. So this is, another reason why I'm getting a little bit more interested in this. It's been in the top 10. Currently, right now, it's 11th. So, it's right there with proof of weak hands. And I'm still trying to understand a little bit more about it. I've seen a few YouTubers that have done some videos on it. There's quite a few projects that are, being built on top of this protocol. So, but the main things I'm kind of looking at is how it's performing. It doesn't have the same amount of volume in terms of the trading volume, but this is one that originally on my list I had this down here as like a sideline one because I didn't really know much about it, but it's been kind of holding its position. So I like that in that position right there. Kind of going down the list, Siacoin, a privacy coin that has been around a long time. You can see here it's it's trading quite a bit in Korea and a few of these other exchanges I don't know as much about. But this is kind of a solid one. I see, you can see that it's come up, a few different times. So in the summer, it pumped in that kind of July, around that January timeframe, it pumped here. And even back, as far back as, the summer of 2016. So some of these coins, like this is one that may be good since it is kind of a lower priced. I mean, you can pick it up for a penny. You can buy or stock up quite a bit on Siacoin, and then when it really starts to kind of take off in the market, you can set a sell wall at a certain point where you can kind of capture some of those profits. But I like where this project's going. Seems to be doing pretty well. So that's kind of where I have that there. Bytom is a little bit newer on this list. It's doing quite a bit of volume. This is kind of another one that I'm still learning a little bit about. Let's see if we can bring this up here. This is kind of the market history. Bytom has currently at 37 cents. One thing I do like, you can kind of see like the sustained volume basically starting mid-April. So for the past 2 months or so, it's the volumes have been increasing, and there was a little bit of a peak in price kind of right towards the late April, early May timeframe. It's in a little bit of a downtrend, but this is their website. I was watching a video on it. They do have looks like they have some different innovations that they're kind of working on. So I kind of like where this is going. So I kind of like them in that position. Zcash has been around. It had the fork not too long ago, so we were seeing a little bit of activity kind of in that time frame. I don't know if that was the January time frame we were seeing that, but quite a bit of volume. L-Bank hit BTC. So this is, in terms of like the privacy coins, this is the coin that's, really kind of had the largest market cap. And so that's kind of where, I'm seeing this. I still think it is, a fairly solid pick. I pretty much have them in the same position. So I had Zcash here when I was looking at this, the previous, like I had my top 5 picks, and I, down the list here, I had Zcash, Siacoin, and I'm kind of keeping those like right in the same position. So not a whole lot of moving around right there. Lisk has dropped out of the top 20, but I still like the project, another privacy coin project, and it's been it's had its moments in the market where it's been doing fairly well. Icon, this is Icon right here. So Icon has been in a little bit of a downtrend, peaked again kind of in that early January time period. This is their website right here. So kind of interesting, like how they have, the visual aspect. So you see proof of weak hands 3C. I don't know if 3C, you mean 3D or, going back here, looking at, these are kind of some of the ones that have kind of stayed. Oh yeah, the classic one. Yeah, I'll look into that in just a sec. ByteCoin, Eternity, Nano, Verge, they've been kind of holding in this position. Like I had Eternity and ByteCoin right here. Nano was one of my top picks. Kind of dropped that down a little bit. The volumes have been down a little bit. Same thing with Verge. So these are kind of holding that, this position right here. So I'm liking that. Ethereum Classic is a top 20 coin, so I'm going to cover that tomorrow. I'll kind of give you guys my perspective on that tomorrow. Right now, I'm looking at basically the coins that are in the 21st to the 40th position. So if we're looking at coin market cap. Now, when I was doing this back in 5 months ago, the coins from 21 to like 39, I think it was somewhere between 36 or 39 were billion-dollar market cap coins. And so that has changed a little bit. So now if we're looking at the market, like it's been in a little bit of a downtrend. So there's only 18 billion-dollar market cap coins. And so, but however, like once you start getting into 20 and kind of coming down into the 40, between 20 and 40s, like right now, like we're seeing these at about, 300 to 400 million in terms of their market cap. But if the market recovers, we kind of see a little bit of activity, we could see a lot of these start to turn into billion-dollar market cap coins. So I'm still kind of like branding them as billion-dollar market cap coins, and the top 20, I'm seeing those as like the top, market cap coins, and so that's kind of how I'm labeling those. Kind of getting into some of the ones that I'm sticking on the sidelines. I still kind of like Decreed. I was kind of looking into this, a little bit. This is their website right here. They've got this is like a video they've got on YouTube. It's I can kind of skip through this a little bit, but
and lead to attacks.
They're kind of, basically saying
Decred was built to solve these problems.
They're kind of, we're talking about the forks here. This is kind of what
from destructive hard forks.
Hard forks
can result in loss of investor funds. They also damage investor confidence and can lead to attacks. A real voice.
So
to build a robust currency.
Just kind of skipping through this a little bit.
Launched in February 2016.
So I mean, there's this is the market. Like the number one is this FEX. I don't know anything about this FEX exchange or this like this OOO BTC. Bittrex is on there, so it's not doing a whole lot of volume, and that's kind of why I have it lower on the list. I did have this as one that I thought was one that would do fairly well in kind of the position that I had it before. It has been in a little bit of an uptrend and had some different times where it's peaked. So, and just here recently we've seen a little bit more volume, but the volume as a whole hasn't been as high. It's still in some larger exchanges. It's just not really trading that much. So OKX, Upbit, Bittrex, even Cryptopia, Poloniex, So, you know, and then there's a few others here. So Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Diamond. I'm kind of having those ones. Those have moved up the list, but you know, Bitcoin Gold is a fork from Bitcoin and has a couple of different innovations, but it just hasn't really seemed to have really caught on in the market. Like you can see right here, it's really just kind of really kind of died out. This could be a bottom to the market. It has had history where it's been almost a $500 coin. At basically two different times, it really kind of pumped in the market. And here it was, I guess maybe like three times. So it's come up and it's been trending at different times, but this downtrend is not really encouraging. And lately there hasn't been a whole lot of volume in this particular project. Same thing if we're looking at Bitcoin Diamond. This is another one that doesn't have a whole lot of volume, and the price is really just kind of flatlined. So kind of looking at the markets, it's not really trading. A little bit in Binance, a few of these other, like I don't know, this Indo-DAX exchange, Gate.io, this one I'm not really familiar with, this EX rates, or this QBTC. So maybe it has some more volume in a few different kind of lesser known exchanges here in Asia. Is kind of where I'm seeing like this QBTC when I'm seeing the CNY. So this is a Chinese exchange, but they're basically branding themselves as a better Bitcoin, faster transactions, reducing the transfer costs. I just, I don't know, like this is one I'm not really, like they kind of have some comparisons here, which is, kind of interesting. So it is on the Lightning Network. It's fairly new, November 2017. I know the yellow is really kind of hard to see there. 210 million coins, so they 10x'd these other forks. But yeah, I don't know, like this one when I'm kind of looking at these. And then Maker has the least amount of volume when we're looking at these coins, and so that's kind of why I have it listed where it's at. This is kind of the Maker decentralized stable coin. So I just with Maker, it's a very expensive coin, like along with it's more expensive than Ethereum right now. So I don't know, and not a whole lot in volume, not really much in volume. And then I've also not a big fan of Zilliqa. So Zilliqa has been spamming pretty much everyone's channel that's doing cryptocurrency, and so like I just have like I don't really like how they're doing that. They are doing quite a bit of volume though. Like Zilliqa, like if you're looking at the volume here compared to some of these other projects, it's up there with some of the other ones that I have a little bit higher on my list. So it has been doing a little bit of volume. I just I can't support a coin that's really kind of like just spamming, or using bots to kind of promote their project online. So I have those ones as basically Sideline, billion-dollar market cap coins. But some of these are new to the list. I mean, you can see like these are green, whereas yellow are the ones that have pretty much stayed on this list. But yeah, Michael, I would agree. The Lightning Network would be useless in 12 months. Like, I think that. Like that's not enough innovation really to get invested into a project if it's just if it's just a faster version. I mean, that's going to be something I think that's going to be pretty widespread. Like you said in about a year. So I don't really see a whole lot of innovation there. Steem, which I have, is basically my top pick, has the largest blockchain in the cryptocurrency space, being that it's a social media blockchain-based cryptocurrency. So I'm liking that one. I like Qtum, BitShares. Like I was trading BitShares. Like that was one I was trading quite a bit when I was back when I first started trading, on Poloniex and I don't know if it was offered as much on Bittrex. But it has some history, so I could see that one doing fairly well. The Ontology one is interesting, in 0x. Those are my top 5. So those are kind of where I'm kind of seeing them seeing things, and then just kind of looking at my picks. Like these were my picks, before, and you can see, the ones that I had kind of in the second tier were the ones that performed the best. So Verge, ByteCoin, Siacoin, Zcash, Binance, those are my picks, last go around. And I have like my score here, so the lower the score, the better. And then these ones also fared pretty well, even though some of these kind of dropped out, or 3 of them dropped out. But OMG and BitShares, were doing fairly well. So here we had 2 of them that dropped out, Status and DigixDAO. I still kind of like those projects though. And these were my sideline ones. I just didn't know enough really about 0x. I think that one is now one that I'm kind of liking a little bit more. But the other ones I'm still kind of staying away from. This Eternity one, like, this one is like, this is their website, scalable smart contracts interfacing with real world data. And this is kind of some of the market, history. It's the number 1 exchange is Gate.io, and again, like on some of these exchanges, I don't know a whole lot about. So volumes are still fairly low. It really pumped here, and like right towards the end of April. So it has had some history of pumping in the market. Could be one that may do well, and that's kind of why I've moved it up 1 notch on my list. So. I'm just taking a little bit more. Like they do have some decent iconography on their website, so it is a nice looking website. A little bit of their team right here. So pretty decent sized team. Got quite a bit of people working on this. Look at this guy. Or the U open position if you want to join the force. So. But yeah, those are kind of some of my, kind of where I'm seeing those picks. So tomorrow I'm going to go over the top 20 coins, which I'm kind of branding as the top market cap coins. So kind of looking at, OMG, VeChain, Binance, ETH Classic, Dash, Monero, Tron, Neo, Cardano. So I'll take a little bit more of an in-depth look at some of these. I'm still probably not as bullish on maybe the top 5. Like I haven't gotten into EOS. Now I don't really hold a whole lot of Bitcoin Cash. I'm holding Ripple, but I'm really trying to get out of my Ripple position. It's just the price is pretty low. So waiting for kind of Ripple to pump in the market again, and then probably getting maybe kind of getting out of Ripple. But Ripple's been around such a long time that and they are making some different partnerships and whatnot. Ethereum is down a little bit, and Bitcoin's still kind of staying true. But yeah, those are my picks in the market. Been looking kind of at some other different projects and things, like, and I'll probably start covering some of those like after I kind of finish this up, this kind of series that I'm doing. I'll probably get a little bit more into some of the projects that I've been in and kind of giving more updates on that. But a lot of the projects that I've been in are still fairly slow. So half the top 20 weren't there last year. Yeah, I would say though, when I covered these 5 months ago, I would say fairly most of them were there. I'll have to, again, I'll have to take a look. It'll be interesting to see. But when I was doing like my top altcoin picks, like here, like in this category, I can see that I've got looks like 7. So 1, 2, 3, and then these 4. So some of these were a little bit lower, but the ones that are kind of new to like the top 100 would be Ontology, Bitcoin Diamond, maybe Zilliqa, I'm not really sure. But, for the most part, those have been holding fairly steady. So. Ripple start to rocket, more people start buying more porn videos. Yeah, there's a few other ones. What was it, like Pornhub, you know, partnered with Verge, and so I've got them kind of like on the list. Like, I was kind of wondering how that partnership was going to work, but they're starting now. Now Pornhub is like, I think they're also accepting like Tron, maybe it's Ripple, and maybe another one. I want to say. DX cross-chain swaps are already here. Speaking of social media, you want to interview me for my token? Yeah, Michael, if you want to do a stream, like I'd be open to doing a stream with you. If you want to get together for something like that, that sounds good. I mine BTG from testnet. Cardano is my top HODL coin. Yeah, I like Cardano. Got a chance to meet Hodges Charles and chat with him a little bit, so that was kind of cool. You know, the guy's really pretty brilliant, you know, being involved with the Ethereum project and some of the other projects he's been with. So I was watching a stream with him and Tone Vase one time. That was kind of interesting to see because they don't really agree on a lot of different things, and so they were getting into some back and forth arguments that I thought was pretty entertaining. Yeah, Cardano, like Cardano could be kind of, they're branding themselves as like that third generation blockchain solution. So essentially first generation being Bitcoin, second generation being like Ethereum. And I think what we're trying to see is like, you know, what, you know, technology is going to take, you know, kind of like the next step in this ecosystem. Like a lot of people were theorizing that EOS was going to be that coin. And we were kind of seeing that reflected, you know, in the market. It's been trending pretty high. I think Cardano, the IOTA was, you know, perhaps another one. There's been a lot of criticism behind IOTA, you know, and as well as, you know, Neo. Neo is maybe one that's kind of like kind of branded as the Ethereum killer. You know, Tron has quite a bit of volume behind it, especially here in Asia. You know, so perhaps some of those VeChain I know has some some of those aspects as well. But I'm going to look into these a little bit more and kind of, you know, give you guys some of my thoughts. And you're interested to hear some of your thoughts, be sure to leave some of your comments in the comment section below, or you know, if you even feel like reaching out to me on email, you know, you can feel welcome to do that. So I like talking crypto. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this stream. So